If you have considered investing into the brand new Siege Commander, Alphonso, let me give you a little bit of a warning. Now, if you guys did not know, I have an alt account that is dedicated entirely to ranged combat. This is my Gainz Pew Pew account. It is VIP 15. You can tell it was a farm account for a very, very long time. Let's see how many resources I've sent from it. Almost 23 billion resources I've sent from this account. It was a farm account converted into an alt account. So I have a pretty decent set for my engineering. I have my second set right here. So as of right now, I run 2 engineering sets. I used to run 4. I still have some of the equipment, but at the time of when I was running 4 marches, it just was not good. I was not trading very well, especially the 2 marches that were just subpar, especially the epic ones, and then John, who isn't expertise, but he has a 5.5.2.1. He just was not cutting it. And no, I did not run it with this gear. Like I had other stuff on here. It was full geared out, but it just was not trading very well. And then they released new engineering commanders. These include Mary the First, Archimedes, and Alphonso. So why would I say to hold up and do not invest into these commanders? Well, it's because 99.99999% of Rise of Kingdoms players are not Siege mains. So with that being said, why on earth would you be investing into the lower tier commanders such as Mary, such as Archimedes, such as Narcissus, such as Catherine, and such as Alphonso? But you might be thinking, well, Gainz, why did you invest into Alphonso? It's because this is an engineering main, and he's an AoE commander. So the mindset that I had here was I am still going to invest into Alphonso, even though I know he's not that great. And I know that's crazy to say, like, yeah, I'm investing in this guy. I know he's not very good, but I'm still going to invest into him. But the reason why I did is because he deals direct range damage to up to 3 enemy troops in a circle. That's important because I want to do as much damage as possible to as many people as possible. Yes, you can probably trade better with Babur. And right now, I'm running Margaret with Alphonso, and I'm running Gaja with Gonzalo. I probably could trade better with Margaret and Babur. I have traded very well with that. But the thing that I am trying to do here with this account is not trade the absolute best. I'm trying to help the open field. And if I can target 3 enemy units versus 1 enemy unit, and I can bring 3 enemies down in health versus 1 enemy down in health. Granted, yes, I am bringing that 1 enemy down in health a little bit more, but if I can do that to 3 enemies, and maybe it's like 70%, maybe 70% of what I would have done to that 1 march, I think that's worth it. Because I'm not playing this account to get 5 trillion kill points. Like, that's not the point of this account. The point of this account is to experiment with ranged so that you can make a decision whether you want to use it or not. So Alphonso, I haven't had a ton of fighting on this account. I haven't had a ton of time. He has 144,000 kills. I don't believe I favorited any of the reports. I did not, unfortunately. But when I had my Margaret and Alphonso, and then my Gaja and Gonzalo, granted, my Gaja has much better gear and better armaments, the trades actually weren't that far off. And the reason being is because, like, if you just leave Siege alone, if it just continues to go and go and go and go, it's going to do really, really well. Gaja was getting about 50% more kills, but the trade was about the same. So let's just say, for example, Gaja and Gonzalo had a 400% trade, and they got 1 million kills. Fantastic. That's a great trade. And then vice versa, Margaret and Alphonso also had about a 400% trade. But instead of getting 1 million kills, they got about 600 to 700,000. That is kind of the reality of Alphonso, is he's still going to help you trade well, but the kills are going to come a little bit slower than the better option, which is Gonzalo and Gaja. So for the vast majority of people, 99% of people, you're not running more than 1 engineering march. And most people aren't even running 1 engineering march, even though I think eventually you should try to invest into Gaja and Gonzalo, even if it's a budget, even if it's 5511 for both of them. It is still going to do very well. And it's especially good in altar fights. If you are in an altar fight and you have siege, you're going to rack up like 22 million kill points. It's insane how well you can do with siege, especially in an altar fight, because everything is condensed, focused in one specific area. And if you can place yourself in the best position, you're going to do amazing. And it's also really, really good for ball fights. But if you are in a lower seed KVK like myself, it makes it a little bit more difficult because the fielding is not the same as it is in an Imperium KVK. It just simply is not. And so when you have balls that look like this, like it's not a whole lot of fighting. If I were to come down here and try to fight, they would just walk right over and completely destroy me. Like I have no ability to fight in this zone. This guy has a great ability to fight in this zone because they have the field and they have the control. But for me, I would not have any ability to fight in this area right here because it takes 8 seconds to set yourself up and then 6 seconds to get away. And by the time you get set up, everyone's gonna be marching over to swarm the crap out of you, and you're just not gonna trade well because you realistically need like 15 to 20 seconds of constant combat to have a positive trade with siege. Yes, you can get lucky and maybe focus onto a lower health target and you'll trade positive no matter what. But the reality is you need about 15 to 20 seconds minimum in order to have a positive trade, regardless of what troop you're using. If it's Gaja, if it's Margaret, if it's Narcissus, like it really doesn't matter. You need minimum 15 seconds in order to trade positive in most circumstances. But again, the vast majority of people, if you are investing into ranged combat, it should be Gaja and Gonzalo. You should not even be considering these newer commanders like Alphonso, like Archimedes, like Mary, even Stefan and John. They're okay. They're good at targeting lower health marches, but so is everybody else. So like at the end of the day, if you are considering investing into siege, you want to make sure that you're being realistic with it because it already is a very, very niche situation where you can't always use siege. So that is why I always tell people, if you are going to invest into it, know what you are getting into and don't waste your sculptures because sculptures are very hard to come by. And you don't want to just dump your sculptures into Alphonso, for example, be like, oh, he's the newest engineering commander and he has AoE. I'm going to invest into him. No, like the good old bread and butter Gaja and Gonzalo is, as of right now, the best option if you are going for siege. If you want to continue looking into it in the future and hold off, you absolutely could do that. And maybe the next engineering commander is going to be an upgrade from Gonzalo or maybe an upgrade from Gaja. But with the release of Alphonso, like it just simply was not even close to being remotely better than the current meta for siege. And yeah, I would highly recommend you guys also check out Mr. Siege. He is a totally dedicated siege account and he has fantastic videos. He does a ton of testing. He does a ton of videos about siege. So I would highly recommend you go check him out if you have not already. I'm sure if you are watching this video, you probably also subscribe to him. So make sure you subscribe to Mr. Siege. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe for more Rise of Kingdoms content. Let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. I will be sure to make a video on it. Thank you for checking this video out, and I will see you in the next one.